everyone, it's Alyssa here from Monday Nutrition with Fair Sun Farm, and today we're going to talk about some of the vegetable varieties that you're going to find in your CSA summer box this year. So there's a lot of different types of tomatoes. There's actually over 3,000 different types of tomatoes, so it's no wonder that we see so many shapes and sizes, but I'm going to talk about some of the more common ones today that you're going to find in your CSA box. So a very popular common one that you will see will take up the larger portion of your tomatoes in size in your summer box is going to be your kind of more classic beefsteak tomato. And this tomato is pretty popular. It's used a lot for sandwiches and hamburgers. You can still cut it in salads and whatnot, but it's typically a little less juicy than a standard like Roma tomato or a tomato from the vine. So it's really, really good to be used in sandwiches and hamburgers because it's not going to drain and soak into the bread too much. So these are often larger. They kind of are more famous for their kind of rounder, bustier looking shapes. They come in different colors, most common being red and yellow, but you also find sometimes this reddish green color as well. Secondly, here we have Roma tomatoes. You've probably seen these before at the grocery store as well. They're fairly common. These ones are used a lot more for soups and sauces. They're naturally a lot more sweet than the beefsteak tomatoes, and they make really, really, really good soups. And they're really easy to store as well too, and easy to cut. So it doesn't mean you can't use them for a salad by any means. All these tomatoes can be used for anything you like, really. It's just these ones, if you are going to pick one to make a sauce or a soup, these are going to be your best bet. There's also another type of Roma. These are the speckled Romas. So if you look really closely, you can kind of see there's these yellow, almost orangey yellow lines on it. These ones I find slightly sweeter, personally, than the Romas. I still use these for salads. Honestly, most of my stuff doesn't make it into the freezer for soups or sauces anyways, because I eat tomatoes so much. I love them. But those ones are going to be slightly more sweet, I find, than the standard Roma, but both are equally delicious. And then we have our other more popular type, which is the smaller ones you probably snack on and see at the grocery store as well. These are your different variety of cherry tomatoes. The nice thing about cherry tomatoes is they have a nice, tougher inside. So when you bite into them, they don't just kind of smush. They do have kind of a crisp to them. So this makes them ideal for roasting, putting them on skewers. You can put them in salads, obviously, as well too. But they will retain their shape a little bit better when the heat hits them. So they're really good for kind of steaming or adding to some sauces that maybe you just want some of the chunk to be left in of the tomato. That's what they're ideal for. But again, you can just eat them just like this as a snack, like I do. I think every time I pick them up from the farm from Pat and Marnie, I open them up on the way home and I'm half done the box when I get home, just as a nice, delicious snack. So the only one missing here that I used for a recipe earlier, which you'll probably see the video of shortly, is the tomato from the vine. Tomato from the vine essentially looks like a larger cherry tomato, usually about this size, a little bit more similar to this. And these ones are exactly what they sound like. They're the larger ones. Typically at the grocery store, you see them with the vine still attached. Those ones are ideal for salads as well too, because they're often juicier. They all equally have the similar amounts of vitamin C and vitamin K, and they're often all really, really high in lycopene, which is an antioxidant that is actually known to lower, not lower, but actually help with heart health. So all of them are going to be equally as nutritious. It really just depends on the flavor for you and what kind of style tomato you prefer to eat. If you're going to be more eating them in salads, or if you prefer to slice them on sandwiches, it's really up to you. So keep an eye out for these in your summer share, and definitely follow us for some new recipes you'll see with these types of tomatoes. Have a good day, guys.